Hello everyone, today we're taking a look at the StealthBomber DOS virus. This virus, as its name suggests, is a stealth virus, so we won't see any file size increases when it infects .com files. However, it infects them in such an unstable manner that it's pretty inherently obvious that something's wrong on your PC just as soon as it infects it. So let's get to it. StealthBomber infects not only when you run an executable, but also when you do a directory listing. So as soon as you're looking at those COM files, it infects them. So we see it's a generic triage goat. So this is some analyst's sacrificial goat file. They ran it and infected it with the virus, and now we have it. So StealthBomber is present in memory, and when we do a directory listing, it will infect files, but we're just going to run graphics.com, which should be 19,742 bytes. Like I said, we won't see it increase, but let's see if it'll infect it. Yeah, looks like it infected it just fine. How about sys? Alright, so doing these one at a time seems to be okay, but things get a little bit weird when you start doing directory listings. So we made it this far and infected probably one or two files, and then that became just too much for it to keep up with. And the machine is now frozen and does not want me hitting keys. So let's restart and enjoy the seek test. Alright, so we've reset. I'm back in the DOS directory, and usually by habit, as soon as I get in here, I do a directory listing. But this time I think I'm going to do it without the /w or the wide parameter. So let's see. Well, I guess since StealthBomber is not in memory, we are free to do directory listings as we please. They work just fine. But if we run graphics, which we know we infected before... Okay, our system came back. That's good. And now we try a regular directory listing. I know we have more than 14 files here. And since we're seeing format and keyboard.com in the file list, I'm assuming they've been infected now too. But it looks like we are frozen again, so let's restart. Enjoy the second seek test. So it looks like StealthBomber has discovered the command interpreter, command.com, and infected it, which DOS does not like. So we're going to have to specify command.com here. And now since it's infected, StealthBomber will always be with us every time we boot the PC. This virus activates on August 31st. So let's move the date one day forward, where we see right as soon as we change the date, I am the StealthBomber. I belong to the new generation of computer viruses. Like the StealthBomber, I go undetected by enemy radar. Do not panic, I am just showing off how easy I can evade your antivirus system. I do no harm. So that's kind of annoying. Real quick, I need to not show the virus again. I need to put this back in 60 Hertz so it's not so painful to look at. So we're back in DOS. I remember format doing some weird things when the PC was infected. Other than the message. Yeah, we see parse error 2. It doesn't always display this message, but I guess StealthBomber is feeling particularly great today and really feels like displaying its message. Now I recall one more thing happening with format. You can actually specify your drive letter. Okay, thank you StealthBomber. And it asks you to insert diskette. You hit enter, but format no longer functions. This is as far as we get. So StealthBomber may say that it does no harm, but we can clearly see that our machine is almost unusable. Everything breaks. Alright, time to get back in the command interpreter. Yes, I know, you are the Stealth Bomber. Thank you. Alright, so we're back in 60 Hertz refresh rate. Okay, just changing the directory sometimes is too much for this virus to contain itself. And I don't know if we can even try to run any more files. Does sys still work? Yeah, sys still works just fine. This is going to be a dangerous one. You ready? Yes, I know. Oh, hey. So that time it loaded and infected quite a few of them, but we still froze. So I'd say Stealth Bomber does quite a bit of harm because everything becomes corrupted in addition to being infected. Some programs still kind of work, but others like Format, like you saw, give weird errors and then don't work at all. So all in all, it's a nice attempt at making a non-destructive virus with a neat message, but the execution, no pun intended, was a little bit off. So that is about it for the Stealth Bomber DOS virus. Thank you very much for watching. Take care.